Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Paige. I am a 27-year-old wife and mother of two, and I do lifestyle videos, motherhood videos, and a lot of recipe and cooking videos. So if those things interest you, I would love if you subscribe to my channel and join my community. And if you are new to my sit-down videos, you will always hear a child or background noise because unfortunately my almost 4-year-old does not nap. So it's very hard to film these type of videos.
Me.
Oh, it's me. During the day and not have a lot of background noise. So today I am going to talk about my breast reduction that I had gotten. It's something that I kind of wanted to talk about for a while, and I'm just gonna get right to it, and I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible because sometimes I do like to blab. So let's jump right into it. So when I was younger, I was always really tiny, really lean, like zero fat on me, just a tiny little thing. When I turned maybe 12, I could eat anything. So when I turned about 12, I kind of noticed that I was kind of slowly starting to gain a little bit more weight, and nothing drastic or anything or drastic, but I was starting to gain some weight. And then sophomore year of high school, I obviously started my period for the first time, and I went through puberty, and I started gaining weight even quicker because my metabolism obviously slowed down, but my appetite never did. So I just started gaining weight in high school at a slow rate, but I was gaining weight. I'd say maybe at my heaviest in high school, I don't know the time frame, I was probably 135, but a lot of weight was in my boobs. I became really self-conscious of my boobs, and I just hated wearing anything with like a V-cut. I hated wearing anything tight. I was just very self-conscious, and I was also suffering from a couple different things because of the bigger breast. I had really bad back pain and very bad posture, and everything just kind of hunched over, and I just would get a lot of pressure in my back, and I just hate, like right now, I just hate my posture, but I can't, I physically, it's just so hard to change your posture. And so I was just very self-conscious of my body. A lot of my friends always joked about my big boobs, and it really kind of affected me more than they probably knew. I would always join in on the jokes, but I also suffered from completely two different cup sizes, not just slight. My right side was significantly bigger than my left side. It was noticeable. If I wore a regular regular bra, it was super noticeable. So I wore sports bras basically 24/7 because it would push everything in, and you couldn't tell that I was dealing with two different bra sizes. I don't ever think I was properly measured for my bra size, so I don't know. I still don't think I know my exact bra size, but I would say I was anywhere from a double D, maybe an E. I never wore an E size bra, but I might have been able to. But then my left side was always maybe 2 cup size smaller than that, so my bras never fit right. I was just so, and you could look at me and you could see that I had 2 different size breasts, so I was just very self-conscious of it. I dealt with that insecurity for 4 years. Finally, I had lost a lot of weight. After I graduated high school, I had lost a lot of weight into turning 19. I had lost a lot of weight, and it was even more noticeable because I was skinnier all around, and I also met Devin around this time. My mom and my grandma both have a breast reduction. My mom had hers in between me and my brother, having me and my brother. She got up to a triple E or maybe a double E, but I know she had gotten really big, so she had gotten a breast reduction before she had me. And I don't remember when my grandma had one, but she did too. So it's just a genetic thing, and my mom and I always kind of talked about having a breast reduction for me, and I just finally at like 19, so I started dating Devin in 2011. I started dating Devin, and it was February that we started dating, and then we had planned to get the breast reduction done in the 1st of March. So we were not dating very long when I got my breast reduction. We had, like I said, we had talked about it for a very long time, and we finally decided to pull the trigger. So I live in the Midwest, and I feel like plastic surgery, if you want to get it done, you have to go to like a bigger city, because I mean, I feel more comfortable getting it done by a place that do them more often. And so we went to the Chicago area. I still wasn't even comfortable going to the Chicago area to get mine done, but we did find a doctor, and I got a consultation with them, and I feel like a couple things should have like sent me like red flags like right away. But I just wanted them done so desperately that we just kind of went with it. The first thing that I didn't like, he kept saying that he was going to make them proportional to my body. In my opinion, since I was only 5'2", proportional to my body would be like an A or B cup. But I don't think he was leaning towards that when he was discussing my plan. I think probably an A cup would have been too small, but I would have been very happy with an A cup, because I don't want them at all. So, and I don't mean that to sound like anything other than just for me personally, I do not like them. Like if someone has a smaller cup size and wants bigger, you do you. Just for me personally, I hated having larger boobs, and I just wanted them small. So that was like the first thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, that we should have maybe fought more. The second thing is, so he quoted us at, I can't remember the exact price, but I'm going to say it was anywhere from $5 to $7 grand for the whole thing, which is pretty reasonable. So we were, and I was also, I should mention, I was also pre-qualified to get this done through insurance because of the back issues that I was having and things like that. So my insurance was going to cover this procedure. So basically, leading up to the surgery, we got a letter from my insurance saying that I was actually going to be denied coverage, because when they had gotten the quote from the plastic surgeon, he had upped the, which most medical fields do, they had upped the cost to, because insurance will pay for it, up to 11, like I said, I don't know the exact range, so I'm giving a rough ballpark, but it was like somewhere between 11 and 15 grand that they had sent to insurance. So I must have, I don't know the, I guess the extent of why I was let go from insurance, but it must have been just like cost and things like that. So basically I wasn't covered by insurance to get this done. If anybody knows my dad, they know that he is a very easy-go person, but can easily be sent off without a hitch, especially if it's involving his children. So he was pissed. He called we called the surgeon, and we were basically fighting them because I was no longer covered by insurance, and there was no way that we were going to pay 11 grand out of pocket for my surgery. So we were calling him and discussing him and telling him, this is what you quoted us for, we should pay this amount. Like, my dad, sweetest man ever, he was still willing to pay for this surgery even though we were not covered, because it was just something that I really needed done for my self-being. It was something I really needed done. So he was still planning on paying for it, but he was not going to pay the price that they had quoted the insurance company. So we fought it, and we got it back down to the original cost that they had quoted us for, but unfortunately it was still going to be out of pocket and not covered by insurance because my insurance didn't pick us back up. So those two things right there, like the not really going with what I wanted and the kind of insurance issues, should have been like my red flags to just not do this. But like I said, it was just something that had really bothered me for a very long time, and I just wanted them done so badly that we just went through with it. So I have the breast reduction on March 1st, and I don't really know if I need to like explain what I went through that day, because it was just like a typical routine breast reduction. The things I really remember is I stayed in this like nice like recovery center after, like overnight, and all I remember is my mom always laughing because she stayed with me, and my you'd always hear like my IV button pushing to give me my pain meds, and you could only get them every so often, so my mom would hear me clicking it like all the time even though that like I wasn't getting anything, but then like it would beep when I did get some. But that was just like one of our memories we remembered. I remember like being so like just like in pain that I called my dad to come too, because I just wanted the comfort of my dad. So he drove 2 hours just to basically see me, and then he went home. I'm a baby, so it was also my first like major surgery as well. So I just didn't really know what to expect and the pain level to expect. So but for all purposes it went normally. There was nothing wrong with it. So I will say the benefit of getting a breast reduction done was that he made them the same size. So happy with that. Really happy that I had the same size boobs. But I will say having them done at 19 before I had kids was almost kind of pointless, because of the fact that when you have kids your boobs fluctuate in size and they grow or they go back down. Like my boobs grew and they never went back down. So yes, they are the same size, but they are probably bigger, the same size as I was before or bigger. So basically I felt like it was just like a wasted procedure, which is my own fault for doing it before kids. Also, I was not able to breastfeed like I wanted because, which was warned to me beforehand as well, because of just like the way that sometimes your milk doesn't come in. It doesn't happen to everybody, but it did happen to me. It was harder for both my babies to get flow out of my nipples because of the ducts and everything. So I had to pump exclusively with I didn't get to breastfeed at all with my firstborn because I didn't really know what to do and wasn't prepared for that. And then my second, I had to pump exclusively for her to get breast milk.
I love you, Mommy.
Oh, I love you, baby.
I like your tattoo.
Thank you. So that was another con of getting a breast reduction.
I sit right there.
Yeah, you can sit there. Before having kids.
So I can wash you.
Yep. But also I just, initially out the gate, I was not happy with the size that he gave me. I still thought they were way too big. I think, like I said, I don't know exactly the size I was before. If I had to guess, I was a double D. He only put me down to like a C. So I wasn't happy with the size. I was still way too big in my opinion, that I didn't like the size. So yeah, I just was not happy with it. And also, if you don't know, you lose a lot of sensation in your nipples, so that kind of sucked as well. And I feel like I nip 24/7.
There's for your phone.
Yep, I nip 24/7, so that kind of sucks as well. So sorry. So yeah, I would say the only thing that, and I still have back pain, like that didn't go away either, so, and my posture is still bad. So I would say the only thing that I loved out of this experience was that he made them.
Sorry, I watch a swearing movie.
Oh yeah. Okay, you gotta be quiet, okay? I'm almost done, honey, and then we can play, okay? Almost done. So yeah, the only good experience I had from the procedure itself was that they were symmetrical. But other than that, I did not like the size that he gave me, and now I'm back to the original size that I probably was beforehand. It didn't help my back pains or posture or anything like that, which I'm sure I probably knew that would happen. And then I wasn't able to breastfeed like I wanted to, which these are not this. I'm just saying right now, this is not the surgeon's fault. Like, he didn't do anything for these, like the breastfeeding or anything. Like, that was, he even told me like I may not be able to breastfeed, but it's not something you think about when you're 19 and you don't have kids. So that is not the surgeon's fault at all for that decision that I made. I do not blame the surgeon for that. And like I said, I was able to breastfeed, just not the way that I wanted. So, oh, thank you. But other than that, that is my story. I try to keep it, watch out baby, you gotta sit down here, okay? You're silly. You're so silly. I tried to keep it as short and sweet as possible. If you guys have any other questions that I maybe didn't cover with this story, go ahead and comment down below if you have any kind of questions, if you're thinking about doing it. I just really suggest... Hi, Cameron. I just really suggest you do your research and make sure like it's 100% what you want to do. Like I said, I'm just kind of on the fence about it. Like, I'm happy I did it for certain reasons, but very unhappy with other reasons. And I do wish if I did get it done, I wish I would have waited after my kids and kind of wished I was covered from insurance, because that is one of the things I do feel really bad about, is my dad paid out of pocket for this and I wasn't 100% happy. So I don't know, there's just a lot of pros and cons of this, and I do feel bad in the end for getting it done just for my dad's sake as well. So if you guys like these kinds of story time videos, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!